Wow, that's funny. Good job. This is very funny. Life. Life. What? Did somebody put Arch Manning on this list? What? Wait a minute. Wait, who is this? Did they put some random college quarterbacks on here? I don't know who that is. Um, I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to. Hopefully, I can reverse image search a couple of these to get who they are. Um, I can't find Joe Burrow. That's okay. I was just gonna get the top four, and then I was gonna try to rank those four first. I think you know what I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna rank these. I'm gonna try to rethink what I'd rank these compared to last year because I think let's see here. The one question is, do I want to not have Patrick Mahomes as number one? Um, that's a funny song that I'm listening to right now. I'm gonna switch the song. Okay, this was a terrible idea to have this music in the background. Can I try again? That's funny. Um, I don't think I can really take Patrick Mahomes. Like, I feel like it's all about playoff success because if he hadn't made this another Super Bowl last year, I don't think he would obviously not be ranked number one here. But just nobody can get past him in the playoffs, and that's all that matters, really. At the end of the day, is whether you can win a Super Bowl, and nobody else can do it except the Eagles. But regardless, none of these guys are able to get past Mahomes in the playoffs, so I'm just going to leave him at number one. But I think I should put. I know that Josh Allen won the MVP, but I feel like Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last year, at least based entirely on the statistical production, because I don't actually watch the game. So that's another reason this is probably pointless. But anyways, nice job. So then we got who's number five. I feel like I'm ranking playoff success higher than average because if it wasn't for that factor, I would not have Lamar Jackson number one. I mean, I would not have Patrick Mahomes number one there, but based on his last two seasons. But anyways, who's five? Who's five? I have no idea. I just don't know. Just start ranking them. It doesn't matter who you start with. Just start picking. Just pick somebody who you think is in the contention for number five. Jane Daniels. Yep. Last year I was a little bit too high on like the first year starters, like C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love. I had really high, and then they didn't do as well their second season starting. But I feel like I'm putting like 80% of the weight into last year's the way they were last year or something. I don't know. Do I put Jane Daniels number 5? I think I'll put him there for now. Might put someone above him after. Like, even though I just said I should not be ranking quarterbacks so high just based on their first season starting. But I'm actually going to do that, so never mind. That was funny. CJ Stroud. Justin Herbert. Should I put Jaden Daniels above Justin Herbert? That's the real question here. I feel like those two are kind of debating for in a debate for who's the 5th best. So where's Justin Herbert? We got now. What do I think? Because playoff success, Jaden Daniels immediately is better. You know what? We're just gonna go with that. That was funny. Anyway, CJ Stroud. Now, I think CJ Stroud should be the next quarterback here, but yeah, he did have a down year. So, who would be better than him, though? I don't know. You know, let's just put him there, and then if we find somebody who's better, I think. Who's next after that? Not really sure. Sam Darnold was like a top 10 quarterback last year until the last few weeks of the season. So that's very interesting to see. The playoff success for Sam Darnold really completely destroyed everything. If he was good in the playoffs last year, he probably would be the next quarterback listed. Oh, Matthew Stafford. Okay, where do I put Matthew Stafford? Should I put him above any of these 3 guys, or should I just put him after them? Not sure. Is CJ? I think Matthew Stafford was probably better than. No, was he though? I don't know. I'll put him there. Because like CJ Stroud still won a playoff game, but Matthew Stafford had to go against the Eagles in the playoffs, so it's kind of not the most fair thing ever. Very fun song. Can we go to the next one now? That was funny. Okay. Who is this? Dude, is that Trey Lance? Did Trey Lance get a haircut or something? Okay. Okay, I'm wondering, this might be Jake Haener actually. Wait a minute. No. Where's Tyler Shook? Tyler Shook's wearing a white jersey. So I don't know who this is. We'll have to look that up later. Unless if he's wearing the same color jersey as somebody else here. Okay, I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, why did you I think the person put Arch Manning as a joke. I'll have to double check that's who that is, but oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I don't even know who that is. Who's next after Matthew Stafford? Like, it's tempting to put Sam Darnold because he had a really good season, but the end was really bad. So I think I want to push him down a couple spots for that. Jordan Love, I'm not sure. Trevor Lawrence. Is any of these guys next in line? I'm not sure. Other than those 2 I just mentioned, Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love, I don't know. Geno Smith. I feel like some of these are inaccurate. Jared Goff. Very interesting. I might put him next. Oh, Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield should be the next one because he's had two very good seasons in a row now. Oh, Dak Prescott. What would I take? Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott. Probably Baker Mayfield now. So yeah, we'll go Baker and then Dak Prescott. Um, Sam Darnold. Now the question is, how much do I want to ding him for that the end of the season? Because the rest of the season was really good. Hmm. It could have been the surrounding situation making him look better than he is. Could be. I feel like I still gotta rank Jordan Love over him. So, um, yeah, I think we'll do. Oh, who should we go with? Jared Goff or Jordan Love? Hmm. Tough call there. Jordan. Well, no, about to say he has more playoff success, but last year he lost in the first round. Both of them did. So, uh, let's see. Why is it such a tough choice between Jordan Love and Jared Goff? Um, I feel like Jared Goff is on a way better team than Jordan Love. So maybe Jordan Love is better. Eh, nice logic, buddy. Anyways, um, also I need to start making these tiers. Is Dak Prescott really better than those two guys? Is that? I wonder if Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott now. I'm not sure. It's kind of close between those two. Wait, but you just ranked Jordan Love over Jared Goff. Okay, whatever. I'm not thinking about this too much. Okay, maybe we'll just go with that as tier two and then go to tier three now. I'm thinking Trevor Lawrence is the next one. Oh, what about Sam Darnold? Okay, we're gonna put Sam Darnold at the top of the tier just to show, yeah, he had a really good season for the first 15 weeks. So if you keep that up, then you're gonna move higher. And then Trevor Lawrence. I think that's accurate. Oh, what about Jalen Hurts? Hmm. He was on a super team, but then again, he did have playoff success. So there is that. Um, what am I thinking about Jalen Hurts? Would I take Trevor Lawrence over Jalen Hurts? Hmm. I feel like maybe I would though, because Jalen Hurts was just amazing last year. But then again, he was on a super team. How much of that is the super team, and how much of that is him? Uh, I mean, if you look at his total yards, it was like including the rushing, it was like pretty dang. It was like almost MVP caliber, wasn't it? I'd have to go back and look. I think I'll say I'm gonna take him over those two guys because of the success. That was funny, but I could just be overrating him based on his team success. But yeah, we'll see. Um, next one is going to be who? This is tough. Not sure who to go with next. um, I'm gonna go with Geno Smith, and then okay, Aaron Rodgers is starting to slip pretty far down here. He must be pretty low on Aaron Rodgers. I think, is this Tanner McKee? That might be who that is. Um, because he's on the Eagles, right? Anyways, this is kind of a weird list. Like the backups on here, it's kind of a random selection of backups. Um, like there's gonna be some names, some people missing from this. I'm gonna be like, why the heck aren't they on here? Like, who the heck is this? What? Wait, who is that? What? Wait a minute, the Browns quarterbacks. That's not even a Browns quarterback. Wait, it's uh what's his name again? Joe Flacco. Where's Joe Flacco? Wait a minute. This is not a good tier list. It doesn't even have Joe Flacco, who's going to be the day one starter. Hello, he's the day one starter for the Browns. He's not even on here. Oh wait, never mind. He's right here. This is outdated. You used his picture of him from the Colts. Oh man, why do you use his picture of him from the Colts? Who the heck is this guy? I don't even know. Anyways, who's after Geno Smith? Okay, we're thinking about kind of like I'm gonna put some candidates for who's next, like after the. You put two pictures of Brock Purdy. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, Aaron Rodgers. I'm just getting a group of guys who I think are should be the next one listed, and I'm not sure how I'll rank all those guys. Who else do we got? Um, I think that's about it for that tier. So, he was good last year as a rookie, but not as proven, so we'll not. So it's going to be between those four, and we're going to see how those rank out. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers is very weird because his team was really bad last year, but statistically he was like a top 10 quarterback. So not sure what to make of that. Hmm. And he's getting older, so not really sure about where to put him. I think I'll still put him above these three. Feels kind of bland, but I'm not ranking how I think they're going to be. I'm ranking how they currently rank. So I'd say Aaron Rodgers, but he's probably on the downward trend. And then who is the best of those three? I'd say Brock Purdy, and then Kyler, and then Tua. Okay. Is that tier three? Wait, is that all tier three? I'd say he should be in tier three already. Um, is there anyone else who's in tier three? Not sure. I'm ranking them coming into the season. I'm not ranking them how I think they're going to turn out at the end of the season. So let's see if there's any other tier three quarterbacks. Now, Russell Wilson last year was actually pretty good for the Steelers. So should I put him there? I don't know. He'll probably be the top of the next tier. Um, are there any other ones that are gonna be? I don't think so. Okay, so what about Bryce Young? What do we make of his kind of resurgence on the second half of last season? What do we think of that? Is that sustainable? Is he going to keep that up or is he going to regress? Not really sure. I think we're going to. Yeah, I'd say I'm leaning more towards. Or what I'm saying here is that Russell Wilson's proven. He's unproven, but he's on the upward trend, so he might pass Russell Wilson. In fact, he might shoot up this chart because if he plays the way he did the second half last year, he's gonna end up in this tier probably. But anyways, now what do we got here? I might be forgetting about somebody here, but ooh, it's kind of tough to choose who's next. Like, I'm almost tempted to put Andy Dalton. Is Andy Dalton still? Where's is okay? I want to see if Andy Dalton is. Well, it doesn't matter what team he's on. I just kind of see. He was on the Panthers, right? Is he still on the Panthers? Yep, he's still in the Panthers. That's interesting. There's no way I'm actually gonna put him right next to Bryce Young. Wait, um, even though he's not even a starter, is he a starting caliber quarterback? That is a really good question. No, he's not treated like a starting caliber quarterback. I don't know. Hmm. This is crazy. Wait, I have no idea who to put next. I have no idea. Drake May. Ooh, where's Michael Penix? Which one is Michael Penix? I probably didn't recognize his face at first. Oh, this is Michael Penix. Never mind. Let's see here. Like young quarterbacks here, Michael Penix, Drake May, and Caleb Williams. They're all kind of similar. Let's see. Those four. Now, I'd say Anthony Richardson's below those three, just because of he's shown a lot of bad, whereas they've shown a little bit of good, but we're not sure. They haven't shown much, or they haven't had a lot of sample size to show who they really are. Whereas Anthony Richardson, 2 full seasons. Okay, not 2 full seasons. Only 4 games of the one season, and then like 10 or 11 games of the second season. J.J. McCarthy. Yeah. Jameis Winston. This is Cam Ward, right? Andy Dalton. Okay, the question is Andy Dalton better? Okay, he's clearly better than Anthony Richardson. Joe Flacco is better than Anthony Richardson because he played for the Colts and he played better than Anthony Richardson. So now, should we rank Andy Dalton above these 3 guys or below them? Because not really sure. I'd say above because he's more of a proven veteran quarterback. Yep, I'm leaning towards the veteran quarterbacks, which is kind of weird. But now, who is the best of these 3 right now? I think Caleb Williams still was better than Drake May. Maybe? I don't know. Statistically, he was, but that's just because he played 17 games. And he played on a somewhat better team than Drake May. So, who was truly better? Drake May and also Michael Penix only played like 3 games last year. But we're still going to rank him above a lot of quarterbacks. Should I just go for the hometown bias and pick Caleb Williams over Drake May? I feel like I've heard more negative things about Caleb Williams' tape than Drake May. So I think I'm going to literally go with Drake May and then Caleb Williams and then Michael Penix. And then I guess we're going these 2 next. But I feel like Anthony Richardson was so bad. I don't know if he should even be next. Is anybody better than Anthony Richardson? I think Justin Fields. I don't know. maybe Justin Fields is better right now, but Anthony Richardson has more potential. I'd say is what would make sense for that. Should we go for the D tier now, or should we do a tier gap? Yeah, I think we should. All right. So, is there any? Again, it's funny. I keep having to ask the question: who is another quarterback better than Anthony Richardson? Like he was so bad. His stats were like so incredibly bad. So I don't understand. He couldn't even beat out Daniel Jones, who is not even listed here. Where's Daniel Jones? This is a bad tier maker. It doesn't have Daniel Jones because he's literally the day one starter and he's not even on here. So I gotta switch tier makers. I gotta use a different one. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a better one. Quarterbacks. Recent. We just went with this one. We want one that has a similar number of quarterbacks as that. Like this one has 47. Ooh, 47. That's not very many. But let's see. Does this have Daniel Jones? Who is that? Wait a minute. Who is this? Okay, this is a weird tier maker. Is Daniel Jones on this one? Okay, this one has Spencer Rattler. This one doesn't. Why does this one not have Spencer Rattler? He's like fighting for the QB1 job on the Saints, and he's not even listed here. Okay, does this one have Daniel Jones at the very least? This one has Mason Rudolph. Okay, who the heck is this guy? Dude, there's no way this one doesn't have Daniel Jones. Are you kidding me? Was this one made like before he? This one was created in July. He was very obviously contending to be the day one starter for the Giants even before he was named the starter. You listed Will Levis, but not Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones is a starting caliber quarterback. Okay, there he is. He's right here. He was on the Vikings. Okay. Are there any significant quarterbacks missing from this one? Why did you put Mason Rudolph? Okay, so this guy is on this list too. So clearly, he's actually a real quarterback. This one only has 47 quarterbacks, and you list Will Levis. And then whoever the heck this guy is. Like, who are these two guys? Oh, man, this is not a good one either. How many do I have to look through before I find a good one? Maybe I should search 2025. But that one was from August. Here's it's college quarterbacks. 45. This one has 45. This one has 111. That might be too many. 120. 73. So that's a full 73 quarterbacks there. That might be too many. But it's still better than not having enough, I'd say. How many did my current one have? There's got to be a good balance. Let's see. This one's better. This one's way better. This one has more quarterbacks. Oh, is this Jackson Dart? It has some outdated pictures. Okay, I think that's Tyson Bagent. Well, obviously they're gonna list like every starter and every second string quarterback, and then a few more. after that. So there's going to be some weird ones in here. But I think I might be going a bit overboard with going with 70 quarterbacks. But then again, okay, what's wrong with this one? What's wrong with this one? It has a few random quarterbacks that are like really weird to be putting in here. I can't use this one though because this one doesn't have Daniel Jones. Are you serious? If this one had Daniel Jones, I would have just stuck with this one. Come on, man. Why? That is so dumb. I might just have to stick with this one. What's wrong with this one, though? Well, there's too many quarterbacks. It'll be hard to rank all of them. Who is this guy? Is that Sean Clifford? What the heck? What? Okay. True Lock. Some of these pictures, I'm not even going to know who they are. But I guess better to have too many than not enough. So we'll just go with this quarterback tier list. When was this made? This was made in May. But anyways, yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have to like remake the whole thing. Well, time to remake the whole freaking list. Okay. They even have Deshaun Watson. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got. And we can leave off some quarterbacks if we want. If we don't really feel like ranking all of them. But... oh, this is so annoying. Where's CJ Stroud? Where's CJ Stroud? Okay. Matthew Stafford. Oh my gosh, there's so many, it's so hard to find who I'm looking for. Okay. Look for the red jersey. Dude, what? There's no way. Okay. Dak Prescott. Jordan Love. Oh. Jared Goff. Jalen Hurts. Geno Smith. Where's Geno Smith? Aaron Rodgers. I wonder if they have him in a Steelers jersey now. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Where the heck is he? This is just great. I can't find Aaron Rodgers. Can my brain just work properly? Dude, that would be so stupid if this list didn't have Aaron Rodgers in it. What? I don't see him here. How? How is there no Aaron Rodgers in a quarterback list with 73 quarterbacks? How? I have to be missing him. I have to go slower through this. They must have just forgotten to put Aaron Rodgers in here. They have freaking this guy who's a fourth string quarterback, but not Aaron Rodgers. And they have Sean Clifford, if that's who that is. I'm just kind of assuming. But no Aaron Rodgers. How? How is this list so bad? I can't use this list. What did you do that for, man? There's not a single good quarterback tier maker list. What about that one with 40 quarterbacks? I guess that's fine. I'll just use that one. Because at least you have 2 starting quarterbacks on it that these 2 lists don't have. What? Oh, man. Seriously, dude. How? This is so bad. All you guys only want to rank the starters. Okay, this one has 42 in it. I didn't try this one yet. Has less than that one with 47. Let's see if this one's any good. Okay. This one's not aesthetically pleasing because it's showing pictures of them as the player. It's really hard to tell who they are, so no, not that one. Darn. 24 to 25? This one's listing 24 to 25, but let's see if it has the main people we need to know about. Like, does it have the rookies in it? Please tell me you have rookies. Okay, we have Shedeur Sanders, so clearly we have rookies. Who is this guy? Oh, Gardner Minshew. He's actually in his Chiefs jersey, so I was confused for a second. Okay, is Daniel Jones and Aaron Rodgers in this freaking list? Marcus Mariota. Like, dude, Daniel Jones. Okay, now Aaron Rodgers would be in a Steelers jersey. I think we're gonna have to use this one. Not sure why he called it 24 to 25, because it's 25. This is 20 for 2025. You misnamed it, right? Because you have a rookie quarterback here. He's not a 2024 quarterback. Are all the rookies in here? Who are other rookies? This is a rookie quarterback. So yeah, this one I can use this. Looking for Aaron Rodgers because like this would be insane. Wait, is that Aaron Rodgers? That's his picture? No way. That's his actual picture. That can't be right. Yeah, wait. Am I just an idiot? Is that not Aaron Rodgers? That would be such an embarrassing thing to mistake somebody else for Aaron Rodgers. I'm just looking. It's like that's such a weird picture of him if that actually is him. I Google searched images of Aaron Rodgers, but that's not gonna. That is him. No way. I found that exact picture. That's his picture. That's his freaking picture. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness, dude. What is that expression on his face? Oh my gosh. Well, at least this one has all the quarterbacks we need. So I think we're gonna hope. Please tell me this is gonna be. Oh. No. Oh crap. I lost my. Oh, there it is. Okay, we don't need this one. We just need this one. Well, time to do this all over again. This is freaking great. I don't like these tiers. I don't want all these tiers. I'm just gonna remove a bunch of them. Just gonna remove tons of tiers. I will just go with franchise carriers, franchise. I hate this. Tier 1. We're just going to go tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Because that's how TFG refers to them. So I'm just going to do that. Tier 3. Okay. Tier. We're just going to go with that and we can rename it after. It's fine. Time to redo this whole freaking list. Joe Burrow. We're just going to throw all the guys that I've already ranked up in here. This will be faster. I did rank Justin Fields. Which is weird. He's like the 5th best. Or 6th. Okay. Jalen Hurts. Just gonna haphazardly throw them in. I was about to rank him. Pat Mahomes. Drake May. I did rank him. I did not rank him yet. Kyler Murray, Bo Nix. Michael Penix, Dak Prescott. And I was gonna rank Anthony Richardson. Shedeur Sanders, Geno Smith. That's Tua. Oh, I haven't ranked Cam Ward yet. I haven't ranked any of the rookies yet. It's kind of crazy. Russell Wilson. All right, we got all the quarterbacks we ranked. Now we just need to put them in the right order. This is so funny. Really did. Matthew Stafford. Where is Matthew Stafford? I'm stupid. He's still on the Rams. Where's Matthew Stafford? Did I? Here. Baker Mayfield. All right. Please do not mess up the ranking. Jalen Hurts. Sam Darnold. I think I didn't put Sam Darnold in here. Right? No, he's right here. He was just in a different jersey. Oh my gosh. Okay. Geno Smith. Where's Geno Smith? Right here. Aaron Rodgers. We finally got Aaron Rodgers. Well, okay, this list didn't have Daniel Jones. That was the problem with that one. But there was another list I was going to use, but it didn't have Aaron Rodgers. It was really stupid. This is Mac Jones. I confused Mac Jones for Brock Purdy. That is hilarious. Okay. They're kind of the same player, but not really, but still. That's funny. Tua. And then Bo Nix. Should I rank Bo Nix over Tua? Actually, I think I ranked him lower than Tua because he's a rookie, or he was only a 1-year starter. He was a rookie quarterback last year. But anyways, Russell Wilson. That's so funny. I ranked Andy Dalton just below Bryce Young. Caleb Williams. Michael Penix. I did not put Joe Flacco in here yet. Here's Joe Flacco. Justin Fields. Anthony Richardson. Okay, so Drew Lock. Drew Lock, don't you mean Jones? Daniel Jones. Why did I say Drew Lock instead of Daniel Jones? Okay, so we're not using this one. We've fixed our list over here, so now we can X out this tab. Right here. Right? Hopefully I didn't screw out anything up there. Right. So how do we rank these two? Well, obviously Daniel Jones is better. Is he better than Justin Fields? Is he better than Joe Flacco? I think so. I think I have to put him up here. Is he better than these three rookies? Or at least last year rookies. I'd say he is. For now, he is. He's like with Andy Dalton. Is he better than Andy? I think he is. Okay, so that was kind of weird that I just randomly put Daniel Jones way up here, but I think he's kind of almost a tier 3 quarterback, but not quite. So he's like here. Especially considering beat out Anthony Richardson, although maybe that's not saying much. So I guess Justin Fields is now back to being alone in tier 5. Man, I'm probably gonna keep pushing Anthony Richardson down further and further. Should I rank him below rookie quarterbacks? I don't think I should. But he is pretty dang bad. He was pretty dang bad last year. Like his expectations were high and his performance was low compared to expectations. And he can't even beat out Daniel Jones. So like, is there anybody else that would rank above Anthony Richardson? Don't think so. Like maybe some random like veteran backups. They're like low ceiling, high floor backup quarterbacks would rank higher than him, but probably just leave it there. And then we gotta figure out who's after that. In fact, I might want to push some of these quarterbacks from tier 4 to tier 5. I don't know. I am struggling now. Okay, this guy, I have no idea who he is. Like, who is that? This is getting really tough to go with, figure out who's next. Maybe the rookie quarterbacks should go next. Gardner Minshew. Maybe. Who is this? Wait, is that Joe Milton? Possibly. JJ McCarthy. He has not had a single snap. He's like a rookie quarterback. Maybe I give him the edge over the rookie quarterbacks because he's had a year to sit and develop, even though he was injured. I don't know if you can really develop much when you're injured, though. That's the thing. Mac Jones. Freelance. I don't even know who this is. Is that Jacoby Brissett? I'm going to make some embarrassing gaffes with naming players wrong some of these times. This is kind of crazy. I think we're... No, that's Jacoby Brissett. And who's this? Yep. That's probably bad to confuse those two players. Crap. Because like that's Jalen Milroe, right? What the heck is this song? Okay. Can I please have a fine search with this? Oh, that's Hendon Hooker. Okay. Yeah, I was confusing him with Jacoby Brissett. Whoops. Well, that's fun. Anyways, that's funny. Okay. Well, now I feel stupid. Okay. This is crazy how I have no idea how to rank. Okay, we're gonna start with the rookies. The rookies are going to be Cam Ward. Oh, there's not very many rookies to rank. Shadir Sanders, Jalen Milrow. Like, he's clearly the best rookie. Okay, JJ McCarthy. Who do we rank higher? Cam Ward. I think we'll rank him over JJ McCarthy. Because he was the #1 overall pick. Right? Even though he's had time to sit for a year, he was injured. So how much can you really develop when you're injured? But we'll see. This tier 5 is going to turn out to be really small because I feel like everyone after that is just a backup quarterback. What about him, though? He's a rookie. Am I going to rank him over Spencer Rattler? I'm going to rank them right next to each other. But Spencer Rattler was really bad last year. You can't just assume he's going to get better. But then again, this is a rookie. So it's kind of evening the gap there a little bit. But I think I'm going to put Spencer Rattler in a tier below him, even though he hasn't played in the NFL yet. Like, it seems kind of illogical, though. I don't know. Okay, Jameis Winston has to be better than some of these people, even though he throws a million interceptions. But, like, it's really tough. Jameis Winston is better than Anthony Richardson. Is he, though? Hmm. Throws a ton of interceptions, but Tyler Shook, what's to say he's not going to throw a ton of interceptions as a rookie? We might want to rank these guys above these guys just because he's a veteran quarterback. So he knows, he can run an offense pretty well, except for making random bad decisions. I was about to say throwing interceptions for like the 50th time. Okay, this is turning out to be such a weird list. I feel like my tier 5 doesn't have enough quarterbacks in it. Shadir Sanders. I think we'll put him there. Although he had a really bad preseason. I feel like that bad preseason game should push him down even further. Like even below Spencer Rattler, because at least he has high upside and he's played a season in the NFL. So Zach Wilson has played a lot, but he's been bad. So I don't know. Malik Willis, very interesting. He had some good games for the Packers last year. So, but he hasn't had enough sample size to really show that. So, I mean, the tape you had on the Packers was better than Spencer Rattler by far. So maybe I should put him above Spencer Rattler. Like, he was good for the Packers. But how much of that was scheme? Doing the work for him. Went 2-0. So I feel like I should put him above Spencer Rattler. Will Levis. Will Levis is probably somewhere around here. Somewhere in this tier. Let's see. Where should he go? Still probably above Malik Willis because he started a lot of games. He was like supposed to be the franchise quarterback for the Titans before they drafted Cam Ward. He should be pretty similar to Anthony Richardson, honestly. Like he should be like right next to him, if not slightly better than him. Like his stats were a little bit better than Anthony Richardson. Like maybe I should just put him there. That's so funny. Maybe I'll put him right below Anthony Richardson. But if I was to do that, the only reason Anthony Richardson was didn't have his replacement drafted but Will Levis did is because the team wasn't in a position to draft a quarterback. If the Colts were in the same position as the Titans, they would have drafted Cam Ward. Because like they were both almost equally bad last year. Like in fact, I feel like Anthony Richardson should be going lower than this. I feel like I should put him here and I should put him here. In fact, I might want to put Will Levis there. Dude, there's no way. You're seriously going to push Anthony Richardson this low. I'm going to put him in this tier to show that how bad he truly was. But he was also bad. So we'll just put him there and then... okay, this is funny. Oh my gosh. Is he really better than Shedeur Sanders? Or at least comparable? That's an interesting question. Sam Howell started an entire season. That's you got to be saying something from that, right? Like he started an entire season, threw for like 3,500 yards. He was leading the league in passing yards like halfway through the season. So like surely he's somewhere around here, right? Like he's better than Spencer Rattler for crying out loud. In fact, he might even be better than Anthony Richardson, Will Levis. I think I should put him there. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. What the heck? This is so funny. Stop. Okay, any other young quarterbacks? Okay, this is obviously like a low ceiling, high floor veteran quarterback, so he should probably be somewhere around here. Like, in fact, he's probably better than Joe Flacco. Well, I don't know. Kind of a tough call there. We'll put him there. I should probably go through and find some random like veteran quarterbacks to put in. Like Gardner Minshew. My tier 4 is going to start getting too big at this point. Because I want to put him in the tier 4, but I'm not sure. Oh, Jackson Dart. I almost forgot about Jackson Dart. Okay, he's obviously going to be somewhere around these rookie quarterbacks. But where, though? He had a really good preseason. Maybe I'll put him here. Put him here. Zach Wilson was so bad for the Jets. It's almost like, but he's got to go in here because he started 3 seasons, pretty much, and I'll put him here. Marcus Mariota, kind of like a veteran. Let's see, where would that be? Probably somewhere in this tier. We'll put him here. This is getting really sketchy with all these random backup quarterbacks I'm ranking. Oh my gosh, Mac Jones. Mac Jones, probably somewhere around Marcus Mariota. Maybe better than Marcus Mariota. I don't know. I'll put him here. Jacoby Brissett should be in this tier. In fact, he should probably be in tier 4. He's like almost like a starting caliber quarterback, honestly. Maybe put him like here. Should I put him above or below Gardner Minshew? Sorry, Gardner Minshew. Let's see. Uh, oh my gosh, that's gonna distract me. I need to get rid of that Discord notification. All right. Um, who's the next best quarterback here? I feel like Drew Lock should go somewhere around here. Is Drew Lock better than Anthony Richardson? It's tough to say, honestly. Oh man. Hmm. Do we have any other interesting guys that are not just backups here? Like Kirk Cousins? If he was to play, I feel like he wouldn't be that bad. Like his arm talent was falling off, but if he took into account his arm giving out a little bit and got and kind of figured out how to work around that, I think he would still be like a fringe starter. Maybe just a good backup, but hmm. We'll put him here. And then who else? Jalen Milroe. McConnell. I can't remember his first name. This is funny. Should be somewhere around here. Like he started a decent amount of games here, so it's probably better than Spencer Rattler. Oh man. Who else? Sean Watson. Mitchell Trubisky. Okay, Mitchell Trubisky, we've got to rank higher than this because he started so many games. Okay, I think that's going to have to do it for that here. Like Cooper Rush has been a really good backup. Like he's won a lot of games as a backup quarterback. I feel like he's got to go somewhat higher. Kind of like Aiden O'Connell. Oh, I called him McConnell, but it's actually Aiden O'Connell. Is he better than Aiden O'Connell? Probably, I'd say he is. Um, tough to put him in around here because I'm not really sure. It's a balance of like physical tools and making good decisions here. Because like these two guys have higher upside, but they probably make worse decisions than Cooper Rush. So it's like kind of a tough balance there. He's won a lot more games. I'll just put him there, or than Aiden O'Connell. Uh, dang it, my tier. I feel like he's had a much better preseason than Shedeur Sanders. So I want to keep him in the tier with Shedeur Sanders. There's no way. Am I seriously going to put Shedeur Sanders in the lower tier? That's so funny. Oh, man. That's funny. Uh, we're going to the next song or what? Good job, dude. Trey Lance. I feel like Trey Lance should be higher. Like he was a complete and utter failure, but I feel like he wasn't really given much of a chance. Kenny Pickett is not this bad. I feel like Kenny Pickett is better than this. Kenny Pickett was a starting quarterback. And he was even better than Mitchell Trubisky when he played, right? For the Steelers. So I think he should be somewhere. In fact, he could be next to Mac Jones. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Kind of crazy to put him this high up, but I think that's where he goes. It's not even that high. It's just high relative to where I've had all these other quarterbacks ranked. After. Um, any really good backups left here? Tyrod Taylor should be higher. Although he seems to always get hurt, but when he does play, he's not bad. So if that is Tyrod Taylor, I have to. Sometimes I made the mistake with confusing Jacoby Brissett and Hendon Hooker before, so I'm kind of worried now. But anyways, let's see. He's probably better than Mitch. Okay, he's probably up in this tier or even this tier. Let's see. Is he better than Gardner Minshew? Is he better than Kenny Pickett? Is he better than Kirk Cousins? This is so funny. There's no way I'm going to rank him better than this the same quarterback on the same team that's going to start over him. But I'm literally doing that. Is he better than Kirk Cousins? Okay. Sorry, Justin Fields, but your backup is better than you. Whoops. Oh no. Man, I am ranking Justin Fields really low. I don't know if that's a good idea. Um, Davis Mills. Uh, Mason Rudolph was actually kind of good for the Steelers for a few games, like 2 years ago. I don't know, but then he played on the Titans last year. It was not good. So, uh, but again, he's probably near the top of this list of the backups. Don't even know who that is still. Davis Mills. Who else do we got here? Josh Dobbs was kind of good sometimes. I don't know. Any good backups that are similar to them? Jarrett Stidham, I think that is. Not bad. All right, I think we'll go with those four as the next ones. Those guys are all probably better than these three guys here. In fact, they're probably better. They probably should be in this tier somewhere. Okay, first I'll rank them between themselves. Although I feel like this is a good ranking. Now, where does Mason Rudolph fall? Oh, jeez. This is so tough. Ranking third string. Well, okay. Mason Rudolph is a second string quarterback. That goes to show you what? What does it go to show you? Nothing. Stop. Well, that was some. Davis Mills was pretty bad for the Texans. So should I rank him below Anthony Richardson? This is tough. Is he better than Anthony Richardson? Anthony Richardson barely edges him out because of the higher upside. Wow, that was funny. And then Dosh Jobs. Just Dosh Jobs. Ooh, he's better than Spencer Rattler, weirdly enough. Okay. I think these three quarterbacks should end up in this lower tier. Although Zach Wilson, I feel like I need to move him up higher. Even though he was bad for the Jets, he started so many games. That's the thing. Like, and he had some really good games for the Jets. So like, I feel like he should be higher. Almost like next to Anthony Richardson, possibly. Something like that. Oh yeah, there's Jarrett Stidham. I almost forgot about Jarrett Stidham. Like Jarrett Stidham can have some really good games. He just doesn't get very many opportunities. So, say he's in this cluster here. Yeah, sounds about right there. In fact, we're gonna move these quarterbacks down to this tier, and then, are there any other quarterbacks here? Jalen Milroe should probably be ranked with these other rookie quarterbacks. And then Hendon Hooker has been hanging around for a while, but hasn't gotten an opportunity. And this guy won some games for the Giants. So I feel like he should be somewhere around here. And then some of these I'm gonna have to look up. Joe Milton had a decently good game. Maybe if that is Joe Milton, please tell me that is. Time to do the Google search thingamajig. Just double checking. Yep, that was right about that one. Now we'll search all these quarterbacks to see who they are. Jake Browning. That's who that is. Okay. Jake Browning should probably be higher. That's Tyson Bagent. This one should be Quinn Ewers. Wait, I didn't even. Oh, okay, and then Quinn Ewers. Huh? Stop. Can I escape? No. Let me search. This one should be Quinn Ewers. Just double checking. And then this one is, I have no idea. Will Howard. Oh, Will Howard. Okay. This one's Hendon Hooker. I looked that up. This one is Kyle McCord. So some rookie quarterbacks that I'm not really that familiar with. Tanner McKee, Joe Milton, Nick Mullins. That's interesting. And then Deshaun Watson, obviously. Okay. So Jake Browning should be like a good backup quarterback. So where would he go? This is tough. He had some good success for the Bengals in 2023. So somewhere around these backup quarterbacks. Tyson Bagent. I already forgot who some of these guys are. I looked up. Oh, this is Nick Mullins. Okay, Tyson Bagent, is he better than Nick Mullins? That's the question here. That's the most important question on our minds at this moment. Is who is better, Tyson Bagent or Nick Mullins? Nick Mullins probably. My tiers are getting too big. Well, I can move quarterbacks down to lower tiers. It's not that big of a deal. Nick Mullins, Tyson Bagent, somewhere in this backups list. He's not better than Zach Wilson, weirdly enough, because Zach Wilson just has higher ceiling plays. Probably not better than those two. So we'll put him there. And then any other veterans that are decent. I think these are all like either rookies or never played in a snap in the NFL. So, um, should we rank rookies higher? I don't know anything about these two rookies. I can't even tell the difference between these two. Like which one is which? Which one's Kyle McCord? Which one's Will Howard? I think this one's Will Howard. Okay, I'll double check. This is funny. I know basically nothing about these rookie quarterbacks. So Will Howard, and this one is Kyle McCord. So I think who's the best of the rest here? Deshaun Watson. Oh yeah, I think Tanner McKee played a game in the NFL. Both Tanner McKee and Joe Milton played in the last game of the season last year, right? So they should probably be higher just because they have more experience. But Deshaun Watson should still be higher because, well, tough because he was terrible when he played. So maybe not. It's really, oh my gosh. Tanner McKee. There's no way I'm ranking him that's the best of these quarterbacks. He's played one NFL game, right? Like, am I misremembering that? Didn't he play a game? I'm gonna look this up. Like, we're getting into the weeds here. We're ranking quarterbacks who have played one NFL game in their career, or none. That's 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 all the rest of the quarterbacks except for Deshaun Watson. So let's see. But in his one game that he played, he's probably better than all those quarterbacks. But let me just see. Um, yeah, he won the game. He started. He's played in 2024. He played two games, started one game. He had a 66% completion percentage, 323 yards, 7.2 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. I mean, that's pretty dang good, even though it's only one game. That's funny. Wow. I mean, he was on a super team, so interesting. Very interesting. He won an NFL game. That's more than you can say about a lot of these guys. So, did Joe Milton win his game as a starter? Wait, now I'm kind of curious how Joe Milton did in his one game that he started. In fact, I don't know if he even started the game that he played last year. I think he won. He threw like 17 straight complete passes. It's like both of those quarterbacks played one single game, but they were good in the game that they played. So, good call. That was fun. He didn't even start the game, but he was insanely good in that one game that he played. That is crazy. I don't know if I should rank Deshaun Watson higher because he was so stinking bad in 2024, right? He did play in 2024. But I think I'd have to rank him above them just because he's played so much and he was an MVP caliber quarterback at one point. So, but I think we'll go down a tier for that. So there we go, folks. Hendon Hooker has not played a snap in the NFL, I don't think. But he's been around as a backup for longer. So I'd say he's still better as a prospect than these three. And then we got basically, I'm just going to go with like how the order they were drafted in. I don't remember the order. I don't know anything about these two quarterbacks. I don't remember. I Let's just go with the order they were drafted. That's literally how I'm doing this because I know he was a seventh rounder, and then I don't remember where they were drafted. So it was like sixth round or something. Sixth round draft pick for the Steelers. And then what about Kyle McCord? Oh, come on. They were both sixth round picks. I have to look up I have to look up where they were drafted and just go with the draft order. No, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the order that um CFG had ranked them in his QB rankings. I think he ranked Will Howard higher? I can't remember now. No. Okay. All right, let's see.
He is young. He's 22 years old.
He had Kyle McCord number 5.
Kyle McCord has a very high.
Interesting. He had Kyle McCord 5, and he had Will Howard way lower, like way down here. He had Will Howard.
Goes on the run when he sees
Wait,
him.
no. Yeah, he had Will Howard below Dylan Gabriel. Wow, that's interesting. Hmm. I'll trust TFG because I know literally nothing about these quarterbacks. So he had Kyle McCord 5th, and he had him like 8th, and then he had him 9th. So there you go. Oh my gosh. Also, I feel like this tier is too big. I want to see Tyson Bagent. I feel like Jarrett Stidham shouldn't be this low. Maybe I should move him higher up. Like, I feel like he still belongs in this tier. All these backup quarterbacks, I feel like these should be shuffled around a little bit. Like, who's like the worst of these backups? None of them are truly horrible. I feel like, who's this again? Nick Mullins? I just want to bump somebody down. Who is this? Oh, that's Jake Browning. I just want to bump somebody down to tier 7 so that it looks nicer. But I don't want to put Jarrett Stidham in tier 7. I feel like he's not that bad. So like who should it be instead? Davis Mills, but I mean he wasn't bad when he started for the Texans, so like I don't think any of those quarterbacks deserve to go into the lower tier. Hmm. That sucks for me because the way I rank these quarterbacks here. I feel like Mitchell Trubisky shouldn't be the top of this tier. He should be way lower. But I don't know how lower. I'm overthinking this. Because I just don't want it to look. It doesn't look good. I don't want the one quarterback for one line there. Can I please? I don't want to move any of these guys to tier 3. So I'm kind of stuck. Davis Mills. Okay, so sorry, Jared Stidham. I don't. It's not like. In reality, I would have him in tier 6, but just so I make it look nicer, I want to put him there. So, yep, that's what I'm doing, folks. All right. I guess that's it, huh? That was funny.